Welcome to Brain Alpha. Today, we're cracking open the playbook for building a huge AI startup in, well, a pretty wild time. You've got giants like Google and OpenAI everywhere, right? It feels almost impossible to compete. But what if there's a totally different way to play the game? That really is the big question, isn't it? I mean, the old strategies just don't work anymore. So how do you find your edge when the competition seems to have basically infinite money and resources? Well, our guide for this explainer, he's done exactly that. So this is Young. In just about 2.5 years, he co-founded and built Opus Clip, an AI video tool into an absolute powerhouse. We're talking 15 million users and a valuation of $215 million. He figured out the new rules for winning in AI, and he laid them all out for us. Okay, so let's dive right into his first play, because this one is, well, it's completely backward from what you'd expect. It's not about building a product. It's about engineering the outcome before you even have a product. And this is where it gets really interesting. Instead of locking themselves away for months to build an app, Young's team basically acted like a service. They found people who could be customers and then manually delivered the exact results their product would someday create. And here's exactly how they did it. It's brilliant. They would literally take a creator's long video, use some AI tools to manually edit it into a viral short clip, and then just email it to them. The feedback they got was instant and super honest. Only after they proved the value did they even think about building a product. And that first product? It was the simplest thing imaginable, just a Discord bot. No fancy website, no UI, just pure function. And this right here was the magic number. This was the signal they were looking for. Over 60% of the people they sent these manual clips to gave them positive feedback. They were saying, wow, I love this, I want to use it. That kind of response told them they hadn't just built something cool, they had actually solved a real painful problem. So that leads us perfectly into the next play, because finding that 60% signal, it's directly tied to this next rule. You have to solve a problem that is genuinely, deeply painful for your users. Young makes such a critical distinction here. You see, a cool demo gets you compliments. People go, oh, wow, that's amazing. But a real business, that gets you questions about money. Customers will start asking, so what's your pricing? How can I pay for this? If they aren't asking to give you their credit card, you might just have a hobby, not a business. And this is the real secret to finding an opportunity. A truly painful problem already has people trying to solve it, usually with these messy, inefficient, or really expensive workarounds. You know, maybe they're hiring freelancers or they're stitching together 5 different tools to get one job done. Your job isn't to invent a problem out of thin air. It's to find those clunky solutions and replace them with something 10 times better. Okay, so this brings us to the AI world as it is today. I mean, strategies that worked even just a year ago are pretty much obsolete now. So Young's third play is basically a survival guide for what it's going to take to win right now and for the next couple of years. So first, let's talk about what not to do. Building a simple wrapper, which is basically just a pretty user interface on top of a big AI model like OpenAI's, that's not a real business anymore. It's just a feature that's waiting to get copied. Think about it. If a giant company like Google or Zoom could add your product to their platform in a weekend, you are on seriously thin ice. And, of course, having a great product with no way to actually reach customers, well, that's a recipe for disaster. So where should you be building? Well, the opportunity has shifted. It's all about these ruthlessly small vertical niches. You got to think less AI for everyone and more AI for dentists who specialize in marketing for Canadian restaurants. And you want to own the entire workflow for that niche. So AI is just one piece of your solution, not the whole thing. This might be my favorite insight from Young, honestly. Go where the competition isn't. All the cool, sexy AI ideas, they are flooded with thousands of competitors. The real opportunity, the thing that actually gives you a competitive advantage, lies in solving painful problems in boring industries that everybody else is just overlooking. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of this whole playbook. It's not actually about the technology you build, but it's about the fundamental skill you need to develop to really thrive in this new world. See, the game is no longer about just getting simple answers from AI. It's about using it as a true thought partner, a collaborator that you can actually debate with, that can challenge your assumptions, and that can help you see your own blind spots through a real, deep, back-and-forth conversation. And that really gets to the heart of it all. The number one AI skill isn't prompt engineering. It's elevating how you use AI to a strategic level. Young actually does this himself. Once a month, he feeds all of his major decisions into an AI chat and asks it to critique his thinking and point out what he's missing. That is the new superpower. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you combine the power of these boring businesses with the skill of using AI as a true thought partner, what genuinely painful, but maybe kind of unsexy problem are you in the perfect position to solve? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.